Muzica nu poate opri războaie, dar muzica ne poate consola în vremuri cu mari pierderi. Asta crede unul dintre cei mai mari dirijori ai momentului din lume. Vladimir Yurowski a urcat pe scena sălii Palatului alături de Orchestra Operei de Stat bavareze în cadrul Festivalului Internațional George Enescu. Ne-a mărturisit și unul dintre visurile lui, să ajute oamenii cu deficiențe de auz să se poată bucura și ei de muzică. În această seară, să știți, va dirija din nou un concert la Sala Palatului.
Music can reconcile people. When people engage in playing music together, they stop quarreling, they stop fighting.
We know that there's a war right now, and there's a Latin saying when it's war, in time of war, weapons are talking and musics are quiet. But we still can do music here and everywhere. So I wanted to ask you, what's the role of music and art in these hard times?
Music, who has so many miraculous powers and can even heal people from certain diseases, we know of such cases. Music cannot stop guns and bombs and missiles. Music cannot stop mad people striving for ever more personal power and riches from their mad aims and purposes. Music cannot stop wars. But music can console people, give them consolation, give them soul food in time of great losses. And music can reconcile people. When people engage in playing music together, they stop quarreling, they stop fighting. One day, I hope it's going to be possible to have Ukrainian and Russian musicians performing under the roof of the same concert hall together. At the moment, it's very difficult. In the Bavarian State Opera, we had a production of Prokofiev's opera War and Peace in March. And singers, soloists who were involved in that came both from Russia, Ukraine, but also from Belarus, from Uzbekistan, from Armenia, from Lithuania. We received a lot of criticism, but also a lot of support.
Your grandfather was a composer, your father was a conductor. Have you ever thought to become anything else than a musician?
Yes, I have.
And that would be?
I wanted to go into film and theater, but eventually I decided to stay in the music.
When have you heard for the first time about the Enesco Festival?
We had some recordings of George Enescu as a violinist and conductor at home. I also remember my father had in his library Enescu's Oedipe, which I tried to listen to when I was 13, 14, but I didn't understand anything.
Was it too early?
It was too early. The interest for Enescu's music started with the person of Gennady Rozhdestvensky. But my first encounter with the festival was 18 years ago when I first got here.
You were also the artistic director for 4 years?
Later.
The festival, yeah, yes. In 2017, for the first time. I wanted to ask you, what is, in your opinion, so special about this festival among the other great festivals in the world, and what would you change about it?
I felt nothing but admiration for their work, and what we managed to increase, perhaps the presence of contemporary music. I always thought that it was amazing that in the middle of Eastern Europe you could put on such enormous variety of musical events of the highest caliber.
Would you like to add anything else to the festival?
Work with people who are visually or orally impaired, people who cannot receive the music because of their physical impediments, should be still involved into the world of classical music, especially the younger ones.
You are thinking to find a way to help these people to enjoy music also.
Yes, yes, and there are ways. There are ways. There are specially trained interpreters and performers who work with these impaired audiences. I've seen the results. It's absolutely mind-blowing how sensitive and how responsive these people can be.
You were greeting us in Romanian. Do you know a little bit of Romanian?
I understand it now. I understand it better than I did before because I speak Italian and French, but also because of all the connections to the Slavic languages. Actually, the word describing my profession, my occupation, is a Russian word, dirijor. I'm happy to see the audience again and to be on the stage. I'm very curious to see how the audience will react to the sounds of Richard Strauss in the Alpine Symphony. We will also have some Romanian brass players.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.